Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. Is an ever-expanding gold-to-silver ratio the new norm? According to some analysts, that could be the case. And with gold being predicted to increase in price, and some say that silver will decrease in price, it's anyone's guess. This is an article here sent to me by Coins A to Z that talks about how gold is now set to make new highs, but comes under pressure by late April or May when the United States dollar bottoms out. Gold now set to make new highs within a few weeks by late April or early May as the U.S. dollar plunges one last time in concert with falling equities, as was predicted by this analyst, Robert Ballin. The next inflection points of these assets will probably be in late April or early May, which is about right now, starting. Equities make a subcycle through and resume the bull phase. The U.S. dollar bottoms. Inversely, during late April, early May, the 10-year bond yields peaks, then declines, and gold peaks and should fall until late third quarter. Silver will probably make its last high in the triangle during late April, early May, and then decline over the next 5 months. And so apparently he goes on to say that one more downtick in gold to circa 1310 and a corresponding last rally in the U.S. dollar, TWI. Equity markets should retrace some of the sharp losses in the past week. 33% clawback will not surprise us. This brings us to a pivotal situation thereafter, where equities fall sharply, the U.S. dollar follows suit to the downside, gold and silver rise smartly, and the 10-year yield falls. The situation stabilizes in late April, early May, after which the next upside phase in equities begins. It should be noted this was article just came out a couple days ago. The 10-year yield is prime mover of this volatility. It's headed for an important peak during the first half of May and should decline sharply thereafter. See the graph below. See that some of that there with all the different metrics here. So over the next few weeks, it looks like, according to this technical analysis, says that gold is set to make new highs within a few weeks, and as the U.S. dollar plunges one last time in concert with the falling equities, as was predicted in a recent predictive analytics model. And the cadence that we expected in early April 20th article was of immediate fall in equities, corresponding following by a decline of the U.S. dollar. Inversely, we expected a rise in the 10-year bond yield and a new rally in gold to a new high over the next few weeks. The market is following the script faithfully so far. The next inflection points of these assets will probably be late April, early May. Equity should. Well, you have to go on to register to read this article, which I've not done and I'm not going to do. But nonetheless, the article will continue to talk about how silver will essentially not perform as well and maybe even decline. And without actually having read that portion of the article, it's anybody's, probably the reason why that will make the case is because, or why it would decline is because of the nature of how silver is evolving to more of a commodity. But obviously there's still a lot of strength in it as money and as a precious metal. But its use in its wider range of uses in the PV solar industry, as well as biomedical fields, electronics, and an increasingly expansion of these technologies throughout the whole world, I think is bolstering the case for it as a commodity. And we're seeing that silver is being used in that regard much more so than we're seeing in the other aspects. In fact, some say that as far as quote, investment, precious metals, hedging and the like, is it being used for coins and bars, the demand for those may not be as much as we saw from a prior article that I had reviewed. There's been some decline in the demand for silver, and that would cause the prices to go down. Even if there's decline in the demand for industrial usage, I do think that will probably eventually pick up down the road. But nonetheless, it's quite interesting to see. And so what are your thoughts? Do you think we're going to be heading for a wider ratio, gold to silver ratio, in the coming months and next 5 months, as is predicted in this article? We shall see. It'd be quite fascinating to have seen the rest of this article, see what the technicalities of it are. This is from this research analyst. But post your thoughts below. I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude, y'all, for watching, and encourage you to please rate, comment, and subscribe.